Today we're joined with Gerri Sinclair. Please introduce yourself.
Hi everyone, I'm Gerri Sinclair and I am currently the Chief Planning, Prioritization and Performance Optimization Officer at the Vancouver International Airport. And that's a real mouthful, but it really means that I'm the airport's C3PO.
Please explain how you got your title and what your role is as Chief Prioritization, Planning and Performance Optimization Officer.
Yes, I warned you it was quite a mouthful.
Yeah.
I chose the title because mainly my role is prioritization and optimization, but that sounds really heavy, and again, it's really hard to pronounce. So I wanted to lighten it up. So as I was thinking of what the role entailed, it was prioritization, it was planning, it was performance, it was portfolio management, a lot of P's, and O for optimization. So I thought I would kind of lighten it up by becoming the C3PO of the Vancouver Airport so that it didn't sound so heavy. But really the situation is one of trying to make prioritization decisions about where to put capital investment, whether it's in digital infrastructure and maintaining the investments we have made, all of us in the past, in our terminals, on the runway, as well as adding digital infrastructure. And now, in our case, we're moving right to the digital twin, which is pure digital infrastructure. And how do you prioritize putting $10 million or euros or pounds into repairing a runway or replacing a runway as opposed to investing in a data infrastructure? So that's my role right now, is trying to figure out how to prioritize those capital investments.
Since joining YVR in April 2024, what are the key initiatives that you've been working on?
Well, when I first joined YVR, I came in as the interim CIO and VP of Innovation. We were in the midst of recruiting for that role, and the CEO asked me if I would fill in for her while we were looking for somebody. I'd been on the board of YVR for 9 years before, so I knew something about the aviation industry. And I've had a long career, I'm older than everybody else, a long career in technology and entrepreneurship and venture capital, and I've been, being an investor and a researcher. I've done a lot of things. So I was a little bit apprehensive of coming in and having 222 systems reporting to me as CIO, but I look forward to the work in innovation. And when I was in that role, which ended in September when I took my new role, when I was in the VP of Innovation role, I launched a couple of new initiatives. One of them is we've invested very heavily in building a digital twin. During COVID, when the airport was shut down, we were able to LiDAR the entire outside and inside of the airport, the airfield, the terminals, with 3D accuracy up to 5 centimeters. And we've been adding a number of data sources. We've got 200 data sources integrated, and we're managing operational flow. We're also monitoring GHG gas emissions from our vehicles and aircraft, and we've got a very impressive twin. You should look it up. Yeah. But anyhow, we are now commercializing the twin. So I created a digital advisory consulting group. We did an audit of all of the components of our digital twin, and we've now actually made them available as software as a service, and they're not proprietary. They're not on a third-party proprietary platform anymore, and so we're now working with KPMG as our consulting partner to take our digital twin offering globally. And we've got our first client, and so we're in business. So that's really exciting. And another thing I did is I started an AI brigade.
Okay.
So I feel very strongly that automation is inevitable and AI will take jobs, there's no question about it. And so the best thing we can do for our own employees is to give them the leg up in terms of not being replaced by an AI or somebody who knows how to use an AI, but they could have the skills to actually take to market because they're proficient in AI. So my AI brigade consists of 3 groups: the AI learners, the AI tourists, and the AI builders. The tourists are there there to sit back and learn what's happening in the world of AI. The learners are taking courses in learning new skills, and the builders are actually building with algorithms. And so I'm really proud of those initiatives. And now I'm trying to build a prioritization engine to help us make our decisions on investment.
And so what are the biggest challenges you'll be facing in your role?
Well, the biggest challenges are really, as I said earlier, is how do you have enough data to make valuable decisions or powerful decisions, where to put your scarce capital investment dollars or euros at this particular point. When we're all challenged, there's so much that needs to be done, and we don't really have enough tools that really cover the range of infrastructure where we could invest from physical to digital. So trying to figure out the weightings, how to align these with strategic priorities, and then the cultural change that's really difficult but important in the organization to apply this kind of thinking.
Yeah. And so, given your role covers multiple departments, how do you work across them to ensure optimization?
You can't optimize without collaboration. And again, I talked about the change management. Collaboration is incredibly important. And we don't collaborate naturally. I mean, we talk as if we do collaborate, but when it really comes down to it, when each of our senior VPs comes to pitch a project for funding, it's really a siloed advocacy model where everyone is convinced that their project is important, and it is important, but we're trying to get down to the base level where before a project comes up for funding, there is a collaborative process where everyone has to be involved right from the very beginning. They have to understand cross-siloed, cross-departmental impacts, and we have to look at it as one portfolio rather than individual advocacy platforms for getting projects funded.
Yeah. Well, thank you for that very interesting talk, and goodbye.